Welcome back, my little character scientists. This will be one of the shortest lessons, but perhaps the most important one. Hello?
We want to animate. We want to animate.
I got it, and 2/3 of this course will be dedicated just to that. But right now, I want you to sit back, relax, close your eyes and listen to my voice. You are feeling sleepy, very sleepy. And on the count of 3, you will wake up and think that this is the lesson that you have been waiting for all your life. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. They are all chickens now? That is not correct. How do I undo this then? Here we go. On the count of 3, you will wake up and be normal again. 1, 2, 3. And we are back. Anywho, in this lesson, I'll try to give your brain some handy tools to solve your next story. Cause let's just be upfront and honest. You can create the most captivating animation ever, but if it doesn't have something interesting to talk about, it will always fall short. So, enough with the introductions. Let's dive into some story tricking. But first, let me tell you what this lesson won't touch upon. It won't go into storyboarding. Why? Well, it's sort of self-evident. You draw one frame after another. I've instead decided to put all energy into making you guys true idea shapers by giving you the keys to my concept machine. So, without further ado, here's 6 ways of kickstarting a story. Thinking opposite is one of the most powerful of all the mind tricks, and it's also one of the easiest to grasp. You basically take your subject, flip every preconceived notion of it on its head, and see what comes out on the other side. So, let's have a go at thinking opposite for our sneaker client. Now, what is really the purpose of sneakers? Yep, that's right. They are meant for walking and running in outside. Now, let's flip this around and think of situations where you absolutely don't need sneakers. Perhaps the shower, the bed, even the sauna. Yes. Oh yes. Do you smell that? That is the smell of an idea growing. Yup. We now got a little seed of a story about a person who's so in love with their sneakers that they will wear them everywhere, all the time. What if you owned a time machine? Where would you go? I know where I would go. What was... No, this is not the one. This is... Hello? Hello?
Oh no. Oh no, not one more of you stupid time travelers. When will you people understand that I'm trying to sleep? I got 2 million more years and then I have to wake up and start creating stuff. But at this rate, I might reach 60.
Ooh, I think I'm back. Anywho, this technique is very much like having a private time machine where you insert your project, hit some random years, and see where it lands you. So, let's take our little sneaker project for a time trip, shall we? What if we go to the future?
Perhaps, but there are already a lot of these sci-fi sneaker commercials.
Then what about the Stone Age?
I guess it could be cool with some sneaker-wearing cavemen running around, but it also feels somewhat familiar.
How about the Middle Ages?
Bingo! What about a good old-fashioned night tournament, but instead of riding horses, they put on their super cool fast sneakers and run full steam ahead with their lances drawn.
What does your story, product, concept, or whatever it is you want to talk about look like? What sort of shape, color, and texture does it possess? Is there any iconic visual attributes that are worth building a story on, or is there nothing? I don't know. These are all key questions to solving the visual puzzle. In the case of our sneaker assignment, it's quite clear what a sneaker looks like. So, perhaps we can use the sneaker itself as a building block. What about a house built solely out of sneakers? What if our main character sleeps in a bed made out of sneakers, brush their teeth with a sneaker, drink coffee from a sneaker? You name it, sort of like a Hans and Gretel type of story, but with sneakers instead of candy. Well, you get it. Thinking visually is a fun way to exercise those brain cells. Everybody loves a good laugh. So, when you infuse a bit of humor into your story, it will almost certainly be well received. Creating something funny is both the easiest and the hardest thing to do. A true paradox, one might say. What I mean is that everyone has a sense of humor. If you laugh, you have one, period. However, it can be a bit tricky to craft it into stories. Okay, so your friend might love all your pranks, but you guys got a long internal history together, which probably plays a big part in why your friend is laughing. Making a total stranger smile is a whole different thing entirely. Now you need to think of what you might share with this stranger. Perhaps it's something culturally like customs, or something more universal like relationship problems. Whatever you do, remember, humor takes a lot of practice and repetition. Some comedians refine their jokes for a whole year in different comedy clubs before doing their Netflix special. Please also bear in mind that you cannot please everyone. The main thing is that you make yourself laugh. And perhaps your client too, if they're paying you. So, back to our imaginary sneaker client. How can we please them? Is there any funny angles to sneakers, or are they boring as, you know? Well, sometimes they smell really bad, which can create some funny situations, but I'm not sure that is a selling point. Unless we say that our sneakers doesn't smell at all. I got it. What if there's a bunch of people who crash landed on a planet filled with blind aliens who can only locate people through their smelly feet? You know, sort of like a parody of Pitch Black. In the end, our sneaker person is the only one that survives due to their non-smelly sneakers. I know, it sounds a bit morbid, but done with the right attitude, think over-the-top acting and B-movie style horror, plus a slogan like "Our sneaker saves lives." And we got ourselves a good start to a funny story. I don't actually have anything here.
Surprise!
I actually do.
Surprise?
I don't. You get it. When working with plot twists, you need to be deceptive. It's all about pulling the audience in one direction, and when they least expect it, hit them with the twister. Structure-wise, start off thinking about what you want to talk about in the end. Then retrofit in that build-up part. As for the build-up itself, it can be very random, but, and this is a big but, the sequence of events needs to logically bring about the plot twist. Cause Otherwise, it will just come off as incoherent. Think of it like this. What is the most random thing in relations to what I want to talk about, and how can I, by a sequence of events, tie them together logically? Now, what is the most random thing you can think of when it comes to sneakers? I guess it could be anything. Well, okay, let's just say birds. And I think I already got something. What if we set it as a nature documentary about a male bird who builds a nest out of colorful random things to attract a partner? Yep, I've actually seen this, and so perhaps have you. Anywho, a female bird then comes along and looks interested. But then, out of nowhere, she decides to leave. Now, here comes the plot twist. The camera quickly pans to the left, and yes, there we find our female bird together with another male bird inside a nest built on top of our cool sneakers. Your own memories and experiences are a goldmine of ideas. Yep, you can turn to the internet all day long, but that information will only be as good as the algorithms allows it to be. Well, not unless there's been a full AI takeover between me writing this lesson and publishing it. In which case I'm artificial intelligence number 00123 and I don't know any of you human beings. But if that's not the case, let's see, so no machine is looking, then I would say that your brain is superior to any search engine, as it processes information from all 5 senses, perhaps even 6 if you believe in all that nonsense. Hello?
Dude, have you seen my car?
Yeah, sure, dude, your granddad has it. He's here now having coffee.
Is this some kind of sick joke? My granddad has been dead for 20 years.
Okay.
Thanks for the coffee, Marcus, but I need to get back home now. Catch you later.
Oh my god. By the way, the door acts a bit weird sometimes. Never mind, you just floated right through it. Oh my god, and there goes my sleep for the next week. Oh, wow. Now, let's revisit our sneaker project one last time and see if we can pull a rabbit out of the hat once again. Okay, let me think. What personal experience do I have with sneakers that might be worth building a story on? Well, I forgot my newly bought sneakers in an Airbnb this summer. God knows whatever happened to them. Perhaps we can create a love story about a pair of sneakers that gets separated one night and travels around the town by a sequence of random events. Think getting carried by dogs, getting stuck underneath cars, etc., etc. To finally end up meeting each other back at their owner's doorstep in the morning. Then the owner comes out, finds his sturdy sneakers, and we jump to the title shot. Now, call your boss.
Hello?
Then tell him that you're a one-stop idea shop and that you want a big, fat raise.
Hey, Chief, I want a raise.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Why are you calling me this early?
I'm a one-stop idea shop.
You gotta be kidding me. Are you insane?
I want a raise.
I tell you what, if you keep this up, you're gonna be fired.